Hi everyone! This video will cover how to build a script in the Scale to Win dialer from start to finish. I'll show you each available question type, how to write a script with and without an NGP-VAN integration, and what each question type looks like from the caller perspective. When creating a new call campaign, the first question of your script follows a standardized format with 8 default response options. This is an important feature for making multiple call passes on your contact list in a particular campaign. This first question is designed to determine whether or not a caller is speaking to the intended person. In the question script, I've written, "Hi, is this first name?" using the first name contact field button. Using any of these contact fields will pull in that data from your contact list into the text of your script during a live call. If you're using an NGP-VAN integration, the first question of your call script will also map back Canvas statuses to NGP-VAN. In subsequent questions, you can map back survey responses and activist codes. It's important to note that NGP-VAN will only save survey response and activist code data to a contact's NGP-VAN record if the caller selects an answer in question 1 that's mapped to a Canvas status of canvassed or blank. If the caller selects a question 1 answer that is mapped to any other Canvas status, NGP-VAN will not save the survey question answers the caller submits throughout the rest of the call script. This question includes the default response options of talking to correct person, answering machine, refused, call back later, wrong number, moved, language barrier Spanish, and language barrier other. You can edit or delete any of these response options and add additional ones, such as an option for do not call. You'll also notice the field disposition. This field indicates which contacts the dialer should call again during subsequent passes on your list and which it should not. This field is not shown to callers. By default, the dialer will call the following types of contacts during subsequent passes on your list: contacts whose answering machine was reached during the previous pass, or for whom there was otherwise no answer, and contacts with whom one of your callers was connected during the previous pass and whom the caller marked as callback later. Feel free to simply use the default dispositions that are pre-filled in your first question response options. This is what the first question looks like from the caller's perspective. You'll see the script, the question title, and the answer responses. In this scenario, clicking Talking to Correct Person will take me to the next question in my script. Once you've edited the first script question to meet your needs, you can start building out the rest of your script. To add a new question to your dialer script, you can either select Add New Question from the drop-down menu at the top of the page, or change the action for Talking to Correct Person from End Survey to New Question to start branching your script. The single choice question type is a survey question where the caller will select only one of the options given to move forward in the script. When adding a new question to your script, the single choice question type is the default option. After writing your question script, you can click on the Add Answer button to add new answer responses to your question. There is no limit to the amount of answers you can add to a particular single choice question type. If you've previously saved a van integration to this particular campaign, you also have the option to import survey questions and survey responses directly from van. To do this, click Import Question from NGP Van. In the NGP Van survey question dropdown, choose which survey question and what additional information you would like to import, such as survey question name, question script, and question responses. Then click Import. If you've previously written a question script and set of responses, and then import a question and survey responses from van, what you previously wrote will be overridden by the imported data from van. Keep in mind that each single choice answer can only map back to a single van survey question. If you want to sync back answers from a variety of van survey questions, simply add additional single choice answer questions to your script. This is what the single choice question type looks like from the caller's perspective. In this example, clicking answer A is going to take me to the next question in my script. To add a new question, I'm going to change the action for answer 1 to new question. For question 3, I'm going to show the remaining question type options in the dialer. Next, I'm going to select checkboxes from the question type drop-down menu. Using the checkbox question type, your callers can select multiple answers to a prompt within a single question. You can add as many answers as you would like. When using an NGP van integration with this question type, you can attach activist codes to each of your responses. This is what the checkboxes question type looks like from the caller's perspective. I'm going to select answer X and Z, and then I'm going to click Submit to move on to the next question. Selecting a short answer question type will allow callers to type information into a text box based on their conversation with the contact. Data from this question type will not sync back to NGP Van. These responses will, however, be logged in your CSV export, which makes for easy data transfer. This is what the short answer question type looks like from the caller's perspective. They can type into the answer box and then click Submit. The text message question type sends a one-directional text, meaning you cannot engage in a back and forth conversation with the contact. Consider this question type as a one-time broadcast message. Before using the text message question type, an owner from your organization must first enable this feature in the messaging section at the bottom of the settings page. Complete and submit the Enable Dialer text messaging form linked in the messaging section. Add the message that you want to send to contacts in the text box. We encourage you to identify where this text is coming from. Callers cannot edit the text message script in a live call. However, they can edit the phone number if, for example, the contact was reached on a landline or prefers to receive texts on a different number. This question type does not sync data back to NGP Van. This is what the question type looks like from the caller's perspective. If the phone number here is blank, that means your caller is likely connected to a landline. Once the caller has made the necessary edits to the phone number, they can click Send Text and continue. The patch-through call question type allows your callers to transfer contacts through to a separate phone number, such as a legislative representative's office. This question type looks just like the single choice question type from the caller's perspective, but as soon as your caller clicks an answer that was previously connected to a third-party number, the call between your caller and contact will end, and the contact will be connected to the designated third-party number. You can add a different patch-through number for each answer choice. Keep in mind, since your caller's call with the contact will end as soon as they patch their contact through, your caller will only be able to select a single patch-through answer choice per call. You can attach an activist code to patch through question type answers in order to sync information back to Van about the patch-through call. Here is what this question type looks like from the caller's perspective. They can choose which patch-through option they'd like to select for their contact, or if as an option, choose not to patch through the call at all. If your organization uses Mobilize as your event platform, you can embed Mobilize sign-up pages right into one of your questions of your call script. All you'll need to do is copy and paste the Mobilize event URL into the question type. During live calls, the contact fields that you've pre-mapped during your contact upload stage will automatically fill in to the embedded form to save time. If you import your calling list directly from NGP Van, this mapping happens automatically. This question type does not sync directly to NGP Van. However, if your Mobilize America platform is already integrated with your NGP Van account, the sync will work as usual. This is what the question type looks like from the caller's perspective, and they can fill in the form with the necessary information to sign the contact up for the event. The polling place lookup question type in the Scale to Win dialer allows you to insert the I Will Vote polling place locator tool directly into your calling script. Your callers can use this lookup tool while on the phone with a voter to help that voter find their nearest polling location, ballot drop box, and/or early voting location. Because this features polling place information comes from iwillvote.com, the polling place, ballot drop box, and early voting location information provided in the tool cannot be edited by Scale to Win. You should also check with your state Democratic Party to determine the accuracy of iwillvote.com's polling place locator in your state. This is what the question type looks like from the caller's perspective. Your caller can enter the contact's street address and zip code, and then select Lookup polling place, or skip this question. After fully configuring your dialer campaign, you will be able to locate the caller URL on the Run Campaign page. Navigate to this URL, and you'll see that callers have the option to click Preview Script before they start making calls. This is a great way for your callers to practice navigating the script, and it's also a way to confirm that your script flows correctly and appears how you intended. In this case, I'll click on Talking to Correct Person to move on to the next question. Thanks for watching this video. We hope this walkthrough helps you identify which question types will best support your campaign needs. Happy calling!